Is MMEX Resources Corp stock a buy? Are investors getting apprehensive? This is an update. So since the last time we came up with an update on MMX, we have since come up with this piece written on rather as a response to the link to that last update, and it was posted by Masuek77, and he says this is from Bob Icebell on Facebook group. He says just a small update that I gave my trading group. I figured I should share it to you all. Did some due diligence on the project in Pecos County, Texas. And it says if you dig really deep into MMX, you find out that the owner is somewhat sketchy. In the past, not getting projects started, and this is basically the path he has taken here so far. Except he's now working with a partner that is very well experienced and knowledgeable in what they do, which is a step forward that hasn't been done yet. Which is that partner is Pro. What is that? Polaris Engineering. That's the partner. Yes. Okay. And it says. Although this project actually broke ground 3 years ago, it was put off. Then, and it was started to start again in March of last year, 2020, and then coronavirus killed the start. Now again, the promise of a start has gotten the stock to new highs, and it says, "I'll say this to make you aware that this is much riskier than say TSNP or SEGI, who have zero negative news. But the reward if this takes off, if this takes place, will be huge for those who are in it." Okay, so he had a 30 minutes conversation with Ray Fontenot, the project development manager at Polaris Engineering in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Says this is the company that has partnered with MMX for the facility. He told him that. He told him about all the plans and developments with MMX facility. It's still early stages, but he was very big in helping assuring and him that the project was legit at that point, and that he sees no reason why it will not move forward, which they are currently doing. He personally met with Jack Hans. He has personally met with Jack Hans in their office, and was impressed with his knowledge and dedication. Was personally he personally has a boatload of money in MMX, so this makes him feel much better. But you have to draw your own conclusions. So his own pros and cons on the oil and gas refinery. If this is built to be the first refinery built in the US for 40 years, with gas prices going up, this will make big revenue, which result in big stock prices. And then the solar energy power in this refinery and others as planned. This goes well with the current administration policies. And then a huge upside. So the consequence is that the owners past, if not of not completing projects, is the problem. So, and then financing. If they receive financing, this will take away any doubts whatsoever. But as of now, it's apparently they need financing, which will with the stock with the jump in stock value, this could be a huge bargaining tool for an investment group to jump on board, and that's his own opinion. So yeah, so it's we decided to bring this to you, bring this update to your attention. People who are involved in MMX Resources Corp stock have gone on to do their own due diligence and do their own homework to find out more about the company, and see how it goes. And you saw that the owner of the company has not really been able to complete projects and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's always like that, So it's the stock is, and the company, the stock is risky, and you decide, is that a risk you are willing to take? Do you think their involvement with Polaris Engineering will ginger the owner of MMX to stay the course, get projects completed, and stuff like that. They have something promising. They are building the first refinery in the US since in 40 years. They are also going green as well, planning to power the plant with solar energy. And natural gas is still part of the greenish drive. It's just a straddle between the complete renewables and the fossil fuels. So it's just there. And yeah, if you feel that it's worth staying the cost, taking the risk and remaining in the stock, by all means do so. And it's even getting cheaper and cheaper, maybe because of the apprehension, maybe because of this disclosure by this chap. Whenever maybe there's a good chance that it is. And I'm also yeah, by all means, if you want to stay the course, if you want to add more, as one of the viewers of our videos indicated, yes, he's buying more now that it's getting cheaper. He bought more, and he's going to buy more if it gets cheaper. I think that's the spirit. So the risk, if you want to take it, take the bull by the horn, and just be careful. Not anything you can't afford to lose, and also be willing and ready to stay the cost, stay in the stock for the long term, and see how it goes. And as it concerns financing, if you get involved, the stock will look up, and it will present a buying opportunity for investors. So this has always been, this of late we have seen evidently that even stocks like Tesla, they took advantage of the involvement of the regular folk, the market participants, and raise more funds. A lot of companies have been doing that. I believe Sun Hydrogen did that as well. I'm not sure if BML did that. A lot of companies have done that. I believe also Fuel Cell Energy has also done that. So if if you feel the risk is too much for you to get involved, you can ignore it. But if you want to be emboldened by the opportunity of the risk and stay the course and even add more money into the stock, which will ultimately help the company raise the financing it needs. So all of this will feed on itself, and then even the owner of the company might see no reason not to get involved and get the projects completed. And who knows, he may have lost the interest to get projects completed because of indeed financing, for sure. It hasn't really been there. And you may ask, what of this market capitalization of $138.2 million? Well, they've been in business all along. They've been doing all other things. So let's see what we can digest concerning the technicals concerning MMX. Yesterday's volume was lighter than usual. Okay, only, and it says here no stock was traded versus an average of 146.11 million shares. Okay, so well, since it declined, I'm wondering what happened. Could it be that it's as a result of the sales that took place in the post market? It must be. It could be. Maybe. By the time the market opened, that data was added to the stock, and it resulted in a loss. So since nothing was traded in that session, it is a good chance that it is what happened in the post-market session of the 12th of February. So technically, it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. 200-day moving average is upward sloping. Okay, but we don't see it in being a strong, unless we don't really see that as such here. It's pulled back, and unless it's since it didn't trade anything in the last session, and it's adding all that has if you could, it's accumulation and an accumulation of all that took place previously. Maybe you could say it is in a strong bullish trend, but right now evidently it's definitely not looking bullish at all. No, indeed, the 200-day trend line is definitely bullish. So momentum for MMX as measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is waning. Let's have a look. Yes, momentum as measured by this is waning. It has tipped over, and it's indicating that it's at let's see. Let's expand it. So you can see, yes, it has tipped over. It's currently at 65.3% and way off from the overbought territory, and which is positive. So it's right in between overbought and oversold. So it's a halfway house there. And then momentum here is, if we can expand it, has also tipped over as well. It currently stands at 4,622.5. At some point it was way more than 9,000. So it means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions but at lower prices. Yeah, no doubt about that. Okay, we've told you about the volume as well. So we have been able to now update our retracement and advancement levels. So going by this last price of $0.0092, the next natural extension level, which is the 61.8% extension level, points to a price of $0.016, which is right up here. So this is if it's, if it's, spikes up again, the natural extension level will be the $0.016. And then if it continues to retrace, the next retracement level from that $0.092 will be at $0.075, somewhere around there, exactly somewhere around there, $0.075, which is the 23.6% retracement level. And then the next retracement level from that point will be the 38.2% retracement level, which is pointing out to a price of $0.0061. So, well, if you feel it's worth the risk, by all means, still buy more. It's getting cheaper, and see how it goes. If you're willing to take the risk, if you feel that this involvement with Polaris Engineering is a positive for MMX, and that it's doing the right thing, it's in the right space, trying to go green, employing renewable means to power its plant, and it's also involved with natural gas, which has hydrogen that is has its demand growing now. By all means, do so. But the advice is, with a small amount of money, it is no doubt a risky stock, no doubt about that. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for knocking this subscriber count past 1,000 and growing. So keep on subscribing, and let's get this subscriber count way beyond 10,000. Thank you very much for watching this video.